A lot of people watching us and listening to us, Kevin, like On This Day in WWE. It's a site that, brings up, correlates the day of the year with something significant. In his book, Shawn Michaels wrote of Diesel winning the WWF title 30 years ago. Quote, Nash pulled me in the shower and said, I have to thank you for all this. Scroll down a little, Steve. I want to see the actual.
So that's the summer of '92.
Yeah.
Thank you for all this.
I guess he's talking about, I'm looking at the passage now. He says, I never thought you could be a World Wrestling Federation champion, and I learned so much from you. He said the best thing that ever happened to him during his career was standing ringside and watching me work. This is Kevin speaking of Shawn. Kevin told me he learned more from watching me than anything he'd done in the ring. And then he said, we are friends, and that happens very rarely in this business. That's why nobody likes us. And Shawn says, I told him how happy I was for him. This is when you're going, I assume, right?
No, this is when I'm.
When you win the strap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew it was his dream, and I was annoyed at it,
Right.
Like, he brought me in to help him achieve this dream, and then they fucking put it on me, and it was just kind of like, it was like, whoa.
Right.
So, yeah.
The quote here is from Kev. He said, let's make sure we always talk and that we won't let anybody stir up a lot of stuff and ruin our friendship. That means more to me than anyone. That night, Vince took us out to Smith & Walensky for a steak dinner. You remember that?
Smith & Walensky's for a steak dinner. Vince popped out, and we all went to Scores.
Of course. So this was in New York after the MSG with Bob. Okay. Very good. The P has written in, says, hey, Kev, when you beat Backlund in 94 for the WWF title, was squashing him always the plan? Was there heat on you after, and did the two of you have rematches around the circuit? You guys are the king of the mountain when it comes to what you do. Keep going. Thank you.
We had rematches. That was the one I've told the story where Backlund called the sunset flip, and I sunset flipped him, and fucking Mark said he was going to hit the ring next time. Bob and I were like fucking oil and water when it came time to have a match. And Vince knew that, and Vince wanted to get the belt off of him, and he knew the best way to do it was in 8 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Blue Elvis, were you really buzzed during that episode of Thunder in 99 when you joined the broadcast team? During Larry Z's Let Me See the Water, I'll Buy the Water. P.S. How's Larry?
Last I heard, Larry's good. Fuck, I was whacked half the time I was there. Me and Scott always would, and Kiddo would smoke, smoke early, and then Hulk always had the Miller Lights on ice, so.
I believe the quote was, what's better than being able to smoke a joint, go out to the ring, and just listen to Hulk talk for 15 minutes and go back home and go back to the locker room.
And like them hand you a NWO shirt, go out to the fucking ring, come back, take it off, throw it in the trash, put your T-shirt on that you had, and go back to the hotel bar.
Right. It's called a night's work.
God, life was good.
How about from the house? Let's get some folks here, Steve.
That's why I'm so beat up.